It's old news, but we wanted to talk about it. Here are a couple of brands that have recently changed their logos from this sort of like detailed look to a more simplified look. And there's some things that I love, there's some things that I hate, particularly the Pringles one. The Pringles one's like a massive downgrade. I mean, the guy went bald. He lost his hair.
Logos are upsetting me.
Isn't the Pringles head supposed to be the shape of the actual cracker?
Yes.
I think it's supposed to be, right?
You should look into that if that was meant to be intentional.
Yeah.
Because many people don't realize this. The design on its shapes, there's a white silhouette on all of their boxes, and that white silhouette represents the shape of the biscuit inside the box.
That's
Most
clever,
people don't
though.
realize
That's actually like
I
clever
like
packaging.
what they did with that. We should bring that up at another episode.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So maybe Pringles is doing that and no one's really caught on to that.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, like, the way that it's presented here is just kind of, they could have done it so much better. One of the things that really bugs me is the way that they have more than 3 collars going on. That's the first thing. The second thing is he's lost the hair. The bow tie is kind of throwing me off because the bow tie has a black outline on it, but the actual Pringle man does not have a black outline on it. So I think the whole thing...
That's what's tripping me
Yeah,
out.
because the whole thing is very focused on having those black outlines, but now they've gotten rid of the actual black outline of the character, which is kind of, I don't know, the balance is off for me. Angeline said, took his hair, gave him eyebrows. I don't mind that because they're actually like separate elements. What I would have done, I would have taken that bow tie, brought it down so it's not touching the circle and made it black as well. And then that way I think I wouldn't have that same issue.
Just taken the old logo and coloured it in.
Yeah. A lot of old brands have this thing where they like slanting their font in a weird like art shape. Like you see a lot of like old cereals as well. Even like old Pino Cleans and stuff, like the texts are always like angled. And I've noticed like a lot of like modern companies now, they're like straightening it out, like flattening it out. They should have done that to Pringles. I think that would have been an interesting look at it.
I would only accept that if they did limited edition flat Pringles.
Yeah, and so there's other examples here of other logos that have gone simple as well. You've got Fiverr, they basically got rid of the little circle and put it as their full stop instead. They've changed their typeface. Warner Brothers has gone completely flat. They've put the Warner Brothers type underneath the WB, which I think is very suitable for the digital age, because if you were to turn that old logo black and white, it would just be another shield and you wouldn't be able to tell what's going on. And then the Intel logo, they got rid of like those little swooshy lines that are coming from the eye and have just made it super simple. Have you got any thoughts on those other logos?
Not a fan of the Warner Brothers one. Heaps of logos are trying to become more modern, get those sleek 2D designs. And I think it works with some companies and it doesn't work with others. You need to be careful what the logo is going to look like when you try to adopt this design language. With some companies, it does look more modern. Like the Intel one, right? Like I'm getting mad 90s, 2000s vibes from the original one.
Yeah.
The new one, I feel like, yeah, it's modern. It's matured
Yeah.
as a brand. You take the Warner Brothers one, and I feel like in simplifying it, they've made their brand seem less mature.
Would you also argue that it's made it more corporate?
I'm just getting like a very junior kind of vibe. I'm feeling like one on the left is like, here's our main company, and then the one on the right's like, here's our junior subdivision.
Warner Brothers kids.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting. Like,
Yeah.
They simplified it. Simplifying is the contemporary marketing trend, but you got to be careful what it's going to do to the perception of your
This is kind of
logo.
interesting. Look at this. 89% of people prefer the old logo.
Logos, am I right?
Yeah. Simplification. All right, we're going to take a look at another company now. So this is not car related now, but we thought we would talk about it because I've been wanting to talk about this one for a while. Baskin Robbins have changed their branding, and there's a little screenshot there on the right of Ant-Man. If you've seen that movie, he joins Baskin Robbins at one point in the movie.
That's his superpower.
That's his superpower, yeah. Making tiny-sized ice creams. But as you can see, it is full of the branding right there. And actually, they're going to release another Ant-Man film shortly. And I believe he goes back to the Baskin Robbins store, and it still has all the old branding.
Ooh.
Yeah, work that one out.
But does that canonically make sense in the timeline of the MCU?
Now, I don't think
That's
it
my
would.
question.
I don't think it would. Because if we're trying to somewhat match our timeline with the film timeline, Ant-Man 1 came out around, I don't know, maybe it was like 2016 or something. This new movie, which is coming out this year, 2023, so many years later, there would have been plenty of time for that rebrand to have gone through. But no. So here's what the rebrand...
Unless they filmed everything ages ago.
Yeah, no. That did not happen. That definitely did not happen. Here's what they've rebranded to. So you've got the old look and the new look.
Side note, unless it's product displacement. You got product placement where you put the actual product in the shot of a TV show or movie. Then you have product displacement where you have the product, there's something slightly off about it. So subconsciously, the viewer tries to work out what is that brand, and that makes them think about the brand more. For example, there's a few Australian TV shows where if you zoom in, they're drinking meat water. The logo in the typeface of vitamin water. You know that brand?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they're drinking vitamin water, but if you zoom in, the typeface actually says meat water.
Interesting.
You're looking at that, and you subconsciously go, there's something not right about that brand. What is that brand? And then, vitamin water.
I guess it's like how in animes they have like Whack-Donald's instead of McDonald's.
Yeah, and Sammy.
Yeah.
I reckon that's just anime just having a laugh because they don't want to use actual products.
Look at these American fast food joints.
Yeah.
So here we have the old Baskin Robbins logo and the new one. I like the old one because it's playful, makes you think of ice cream. It's encased in a nice little circle. You know, you can relate that to like a scoop of ice cream. You can relate it to the top of a tub of ice cream. It's just fun, playful. It feels like ice cream. And they've got the little 31 number in the middle, which means they have 31 different flavors. Right? That's the original concept behind 31. In the new version, it's not as obvious that it's 30. Well, you can see it because they've highlighted it in pink. But if that whole logo was black and white, probably couldn't see it.
That definitely would not work in black and white.
Yeah, it just wouldn't work. And we've been saying this the whole time. Like, you need to make sure, if you're going to do this kind of thing, that your logo has to work in black and white. What are your initial thoughts on this new look for Baskin Robbins? Completely taken out the blue.
First off, the black and white thing. If you had the numbers hidden in the silhouettes, slightly separated from the letters, would be amazing. You could do a black and white one, but because they've incorporated that 3 inside the B as a shape, it doesn't work. Now, this is the vibe that I'm getting. I hardly know any actual Baskin Robbins that are around Sydney. Like, there's one in Mount Druitt. I don't know where any other one is.
There's one in, I think, Darling Harbour.
I feel like it's not that big out of the ice cream chains that are in Australia. So I'm not too up to speed with Baskin Robbins. But this is the vibe that I'm getting from you showing me these side-by-side pictures. First one is saying, we sell ice cream. You know who likes ice cream? Kids. We're happy, we're playful, kids like ice cream.
Yeah.
The second one is, we're a bit more mature. You know who likes ice cream? Everyone. Let's target everyone. Young adults, everyone.
Right, okay. So you're
going a bit corporate.
Yeah.
That's the marketing vibe I'm getting from this. You can make an analogy between this and McDonald's, which may be a topic for another episode. McDonald's have done the same thing. So let's go rewind to the 90s. McDonald's was huge on the idea that it was a family restaurant. Everything was kid-orientated. You had all the characters, Ronald McDonald, Grimace, all these mates, plastered all over the walls, bright colours, everything. You go into a McDonald's now, everything is basically not black and white, but like really basic colours. It's not colourful, and it's very, I guess, corporate now.
Oh, yeah.
Because they used to target kids. That was the main market. Now they're thinking, why should we just target kids? Let's target everyone. Let's make it more accessible to everyone. And that's the vibe I'm getting from these Baskin Robbins logos.
Yeah, you just go to any McDonald's franchise, just anywhere, and they all look the same now. You walk in, it's all the same experience. You have all those like touch screens everywhere. So basically you're just ordering from the touch screens. Yeah.
They tried to modernize and mature themselves, but in doing so, I feel like they've lost a lot of the charm that they had.
Yeah, like you were saying, it was very kid-oriented before. Everyone would love to go to the McDonald's that had the playground on it. Some of the McDonald's have better playgrounds than others. Some McDonald's don't even have a playground. And that was the highlight of McDonald's. I mean, that was my highlight when I was a kid. Now you kind of look at McDonald's and like no one's actually, like you never see a kid on the playgrounds. Like you rarely ever do.
A lot of them still have the playgrounds. But, like counting the playground, everything else is not colourful.
Yeah, it's just all kind of gone to this like one colour scheme.
Basically every other company right now is just trying to follow that trend of let's become modern, let's be a bit more accessible to everyone, open our target markets up, but they're also losing the charm of what they had before.
Oh, absolutely.
But this Baskin Robbins logo, it's not as fun as the last one.
Yeah.
It feels like, you know, in TV shows when people like refer to someone else as a corporate sellout because they're like really putting on a suit and it just does not match their personality. Yeah. That's what's happening.
Yeah. They're basically faking it till they make it.
Yeah. That's not you, Baskin Robbins. Undo that tie.
Behind the brown, there's that original blue color. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, Right.
This was my thought when I saw it. Do you think they're trying to say that the brown is like chocolate, the pink is strawberry, and the white in the negative space is like vanilla, so it's like Napolitana flavor?
That is a vibe that I am getting. I would say they've gone away from their traditional company colors to be more like ice cream colors. Like those are your standard free ice cream flavors.
Yeah, even their old one with the blue kind of does still feel like ice cream.
Yeah, definitely. Like, aren't that many blue ice cream flavors, but the blue in there is like, oh, if it was a flavor, it'd be like one of those fun, unusual flavors.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
now you've just gone to these three boring default flavors.
Yeah, default flavor. Man, everyone knows cookies and cream is where it's at.
Mate, just buy vanilla and a pack of Oreos.
It's sorted.
We'll get
Actually, that's very clever. Just get like the home brand vanilla, get some Oreos when they're on special, cookies and cream, done.
Do some cold rock in the kitchen. Bam.
Yeah, that's right, done. You can even experiment. You can get like the red velvet Oreos. Ooh, that's... Well, here's some information regarding this rebrand. So Baskin Robbins, they have 31 flavors, and yet their newly updated color scheme seems to be focusing on 3 flavors, chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry, as we mentioned, Neapolitan style, versus the original blue and pink, which could have suggested a wide spectrum of flavors since they are opposite colors. The old color scheme felt more inviting as well. I found that the blue and the pink together were a bit more inviting, and it felt more like an ice cream store. The 31 in the old logo was less obvious, which feels more like clever design because you don't have to actually think about it. It's like it's just there.
Yeah.
But then the fact that the new one, right, the 31 in the new design can almost be read as B1R. So have a look at it again. B1R. Which in turn spells boner.
Only you are reading it like that, I swear.
B1R, which in turn spells boner. And I don't think the company would want that sort of image with their ice cream, but alas, that's what they've done. Here's a example of what some of their artwork would look like on a poster. Casually going by on your bike and you see this massive billboard of Baskin & Robbins. Interesting.
The variation in the colors of the logo, but it wouldn't work in black and white, which is the point we keep
no, absolutely not. I feel like the whole reason why they highlighted the 31 in another color is because they want people to know about the 31, right?
Yeah,
but
it's like, here's this hidden Easter egg that we had in the old logo. Let's make it obvious for people in the new one.
Oh, yeah. But then the moment it goes black and white, you can't see it.
It'd be like Toblerone. So do you know what the Toblerone logo is?
The mountain, right?
Yeah, but do you know what else is on that mountain?
No.
It's the shape of a bear.
Oh, okay.
People don't
Yeah.
You're going to see it now that it's been pointed out, but most people don't see it. So you've got the mountain, and then on top of the mountain is actually the shape of a bear. So this would be the equivalent of if next iteration of the Toblerone logo, it just had a bear.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see. Yeah.
To be like, hey, here's an Easter egg you missed in the last logo. We're going to make that the whole logo, just to make it obvious.
Oh, yeah.
See it now?
Yeah. Actually, speaking on that, they actually did change their logo. They just got rid of the mountain altogether.
They did do that. Oh my god.
They just got rid of the mountain.
Dang.
They made the text thicker. And they just got rid of the mountain. I actually like the hidden bear in the mountain. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow, guys.
These companies are those friends that you have that are like, hey, I've got a secret, but I can't tell you because it's a secret, but I'm going to tell you anyway. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
As soon as I said that, everyone, like an image of some person has popped up.
Oh, yeah,
in everyone's
absolutely.
mind.
Absolutely.
They're Toblerone. They're Baskin Robbins. That's them.
Here's another ad example. Sees the yay. So much going on in this one image. There's so many different typefaces. This is one thing I don't like when companies shove something in between something. See how it's got like the ice cream in between the yay? You can assume there might be another word behind that ice cream. Or you could read the ice cream as the middle word. So it's like sees the ice cream yay.
It works if they do it smart, but this is not one of those smart hidden message.
Yeah, and they've used the spoon at the end to look like an exclamation mark. Yeah, that's all right, I guess. The kerning's pretty
I want to give an example of a smart example.
Yeah.
I forget which movie it was, but there was this movie poster where it had all these 5-star reviews. So you know when they do the reviews and they put like the 5 stars and then which person or magazine gave them the 5 stars? It was all 5 stars except for one review, which was 3 stars. So what they did, they had the 2 main actors in the poster standing and they put the 3 stars right between them, but they were so close to the 3 stars, it looked like they were just covering up stars.
Oh,
It
yeah.
gave the impression it was a 5-star review.
Yeah.
That's a smart example.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Covering up stuff.
Yeah.
And the person that made that review was like, I'll give you that.
Here's some more ads, like banners and stuff. It's kind of interesting how they've split up the banners like that.
Yeah, just to make the... let's go that step further.
Yeah. So let's get rid of some of those banners. What does any of that mean? Like the first one on the left looks like a bridge on its side. The one on the right, it's not quite an R, and there's a little
They
pink.
should be able to work if you take one or two of these out, but it doesn't quite.
Yeah, even the one on the far right, the 31, it doesn't even look like a proper 31. Like the 3 is kind of like it's losing that information.
Is that at the bottom? Be happier.
Yeah, be happier.
Oh, when you're a corporate sellout, bro.
No. I want to give some examples now of how Japan took the old branding of Baskin and Robbins and made it just 10 times better. Like, look at this stuff.
Always goes next step.
Japan just goes next level on their designs, right?
They get it.
They get it. I can't see the new logo working on something like this. Like, imagine having that dark brown on that color palette. Like, it wouldn't work. If I end up going to Japan this year, we'll see what the Japan Baskin Robbins has got going on. They probably started rebranding it over there as well, so that's going to be interesting.
You should get into vlogging.
Yeah, I got a couple of vlogs.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, if you check out the YouTube channel, we got some vlogs on our little trip to the US and Canada. I might do a couple more vlogs here and there. So what are we going to rate the Baskin and Robbins rebrand?
Better than Kia.
It's better than all the car brands we've looked at today. I'll say that.
Yeah. Nissan.
I'm going to have to maybe say, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. So everything else had like 2 out of 5. This gets a 3 out of 5. Visually, the Baskin...
idea, medium execution.
Yeah. Visually, the Baskin and Robbins brand combines some cohesive elements. And if it were a different context or different colors, I feel like it could have worked a lot better. But they just didn't quite think it through. I mean, they should have even looked at how good this Japan stuff looks and then just been like, yeah, we should probably not change the brand at all. We should just leave it the way it is. Because clearly it means something to some people. But it's not that big here in Australia, unfortunately. I wish it was. Instead, we got like, what, Max Brenner? Is that still a thing?
Oh, yeah, the dessert places. That's a whole nother rant in itself. Dessert places. I don't count like ice cream places, like they just sell ice cream or gelato as dessert places. I'm talking about the actual places you go in there and they sell like chocolate fondues and stuff. I have a whole thing about those.
Stuff those places, man. The best place is just, what is it, Gelatissimo? Yeah, that's the one.
No, Messina. Yeah, Messina.
Oh, Messina. Yeah, that's the one. Messina.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the place you go to for your gelato.
What's that other one? Bay Vista. That's like basically having dessert in a nightclub.
That's
you ever
a thing?
been to that one in Parramatta?
That's a thing? What?
It's a dessert place, but they're pumping like Ivy tunes.
Oh, man, we should go.
It's awful.
Let's go there. I want some ice cream and like clubbing beats.
If they had a dance floor, yeah, it'd be mad. But like everyone's trying to
make
talk
the
to
dance
each
floor, right? We make the dance floor.
Actually, no one's trying to talk to each other in there. Everyone's too busy standing up, taking social media
posts. Like, look at us in this fancy ice cream store here in Sydney, Australia. Like, nah.
Eating my ice cream, the next table, like there's 12 people, and they're all standing up doing that. And I'm like, eat it.
Can I live? Can I just eat my ice cream?
Most of them didn't even finish what they ordered. They just walked out. I'm like,
what?
This place is already expensive.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
That's a story.
It's just for the gram.
Real gram is up here. In here.
In your head. Save all the memories in your head.
Back in my day, we didn't used to take photos, everything. It's just to do something and then you remembered it.
Exactly. Do something and you remember it. We can quote Lawrence on that. Well, thank you guys. That's going to be the end of the Brand Patrol stream. We did it, Lawrence.
We've been ranting about this for 2 hours.
Yeah, that's perfect timing. Thank you, Boku, for the hydrate. Boku says, yay, good stuff, boys. Thank you.
Need a Barocca.
The Americans don't know what Barocca is.
Okay.
What's the equivalent of Barocca in America?
I will explain it,
Thank
and
you again.
Someone will tell me what the equivalent is. So it's like an effervescent tablet multivitamin. Someone let us know what the equivalent of that is. It makes you pee fluoro.
Well, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Lawrence, for joining us in this comeback of Brand Patrol.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And we shall see you again next time with another episode of Brand Patrol. I'm thinking we're going to be doing this once a quarter. And I think that's doable. That's manageable. Thank you, guys. And as always, you've just been branded by Brand Patrol.